Gonna go ahead and get started on the Sabbath service. We'll go ahead and get started on the Sabbath service. We're at the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commander Juliana. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite school. This is our Sabbath service. We have classes Monday through Friday. You understand? Today is our Sabbath service class. All right. Wait till you finish. We'll sign first. All right, blow the horn.
Come on, sir.
From you don't sweat.
Okay.
All right, young man, come up, state your registry. All right, you're gonna say
Josiah Bun Yahawada Bun Yasharala.
Josiah Bun
Yahawada Bun Yasharala.
What's that credit? You say Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrakatah.
Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Brakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Brakatah.
Then you come up here. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. You been studying.
We told him.
What?
I just told him.
You retain it like information like that?
Okay, sir.
You need to go ahead and get them up on that Hebrew.
Okay, we working on it, sir.
I'm sorry, Christ.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to cover the scroll. So what you're going to do is, well, hold on, select it. You write with this line real quick. All right. All right, you're going to turn towards me. Grab it with your right hand. You're going to put it out just like that and say, La Yasha Allah.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala, that means to Israel, right? Then you drink it. All right, put it down, and then hit the horn. That's right. That's good. You good. That's right. All right. All right. Now we're gonna uncover the scroll. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the scroll, put it up on the right. Right there. All right. There you go.
Okay, sir.
All right. Amadium Wapun Yahakwidim, which means to turn to the left, toward the east. All right. Right, stand towards the east. All right, and then you're gonna start in the English, come in on the Hebrew, read the prayers, and then in the English.
Okay, sir. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwutka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Call, Yawam, Washalak Lanawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'ah, Taba'aya Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Wahala, Wahathaparaf, La'alonium, Aman.
All right, what he said in English is, Our Father,
which
art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
The kingdom come.
Will be done.
On
earth. As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil.
From thine.
The
kingdom.
And the power.
And the glory. Forever.
So
be it.
All right.
Hakak the power, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kwashah, Nathan Nawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Malakah, Wakal, Marawa, Hakak, Lathahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Ara, Kawaf, Hamatala, Hama'Allah, Salakia, sir. Hata Ma'ala. Lagarshan. Bashim Yahushai. The water. Aman. You go, sir.
All right. This is what he said in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
Name Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against clean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them
In the
out.
name of Yahushai.
Name Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Bless Israel, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Washarala, Wayah, Bayath, Zapariam, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, Agad, all of Israel.
All of Israel.
That's it.
All right, now you say the name of a person you want to send this prayer up. You just would say the names that you want to send this prayer up for. So like you would say, like John Smith, you know, just the name of somebody you know that you want to send this prayer for.
Okay.
So we would say, you would say it, then we would repeat after you.
Okay, so Maya Jones,
Maya Jones,
Sylvia Jones,
Sylvia Jones,
Josiah Jones,
Josiah Jones,
Jeremiah Jones,
Jeremiah Jones,
Joshua Jones,
Joshua Jones. All right. All of Israel.
all of Israel,
The generals.
generals,
The captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
The troopers.
the troopers,
The young men.
the
women.
the women,
Children.
the children,
All right, now you two, sis.
Khalil,
Khalil,
Gwen,
Gwen.
Terry,
Terry,
Jalen,
Jayla,
Legend,
Legend,
Nikki,
Nikki,
TJ,
TJ,
the brothers and sisters in prison,
the brothers and sisters in prison,
all of Israel.
all of Israel. Bashim Yahushai,
Shimei Ashai.
the water,
The water.
Aman,
Aman. This is the prayer that we send up for our loved ones. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
Name Yahushai.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect
all of Israel.
all of Israel.
In the name of Yahushai.
Name Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121. Ashah, Ayanya, Ahawariam, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aishah, Shemayim, Waratazah, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalyaka, Ayanawam, Yashamarka, Ana, La'ah, Yanamwam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Yashamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazolka, Ayayad, Yamyadka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Lalayala, Yahweh, Ashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaafka, Wabawafka, Ma'ata, Wa'aid, Awalam.
That's what he said in English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
Whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
Behold,
He that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by
nor the
day,
moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming
From
in
this time forth.
from this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayah, Al-Damayah, Laka, Al-Thakarash, Wa'al, Tashakwat, all, Kayahana, Awabatyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Wa'ash, Al-Makah, Yaramgwa, Yaramwa, Ya'aramyamwa,
Yarumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Yawataza.
Wayataza.
Altaza. Panyawanyaka. Altaza.
Baltazar.
Pawanyaka.
Paywanyaka.
Abrawa.
Arwa.
Laukawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakadam.
Magayo ya.
Magaya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Zayakar.
Zakar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Naawata Zawa. Nawa.
Nawa.
Ata.
Ata.
Zawa.
Zawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yakab.
Yakab.
Bariyah.
Barya.
Yakardwaya.
Yakadwaya.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Arawam.
Awam.
Wa.
Wa.
Yashamai.
Yashamai.
Allah.
Allah.
Yum.
Yum.
Ma'awaba. Wa'aba.
Mawaba.
Wagarium.
Wagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wamawan.
Wamam.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Palashak.
Pasha.
Amshabyaka. Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum.
Gum.
Ashawar.
Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Wawa.
Imam.
Amam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Sarawai.
Labanya. Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Asha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabian.
But Nakal.
Nakal.
Kwakwashwan.
Kwakwashwan.
Nasham Madwa.
Nishamadwa.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Dara.
Tara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Ladama.
Alma.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yab.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mawa.
Karab.
Karab.
Waza.
Waza.
Za'aba.
Zaba.
Wazaba'ak.
Wazaba'a.
Wakatazal.
Watakazal.
Mana'ah.
Mana'ah.
Call.
Call.
Nasa.
Nasa.
Yakamwa.
Yakamwa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shawath. Thamya.
Shawathamya.
Kagal Yaga.
Gagaya. Gaya.
Kakwash.
Shakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rakawa.
Rakawa.
Kayash.
Kayash.
Kaba'arya Ara.
Ira. Ira.
Wala haba.
Wahalaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Hawarium.
Hawarium.
Khan.
Khan.
Dharadakma.
Dharadakma.
Basa'arika.
Basa'arika.
Wasaba.
Wasaba.
Wapatka.
Wapatka.
Tabalaham. Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwashwa.
Bakwashwa.
Shabka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shabashwa.
Shabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Bahalwa.
Bahalya.
Aya'aid.
Aya'aid.
Waya.
Waya.
Karapawa.
Karapawa.
Waya.
Waya.
Awabadwa.
Awabadwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Da'awa.
Wa'awa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shabka.
Shabka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labatka.
Labatka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Alkal. Arataza.
Arataza. All right, this is what he said in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
the enemies make a tumult,
And they that hate thee.
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people,
And consulted against thy hidden
and
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off.
let us cut them
From
off
being a nation.
from being a
That
nation,
the name of Israel
that the name of
may
Israel
be no more.
may be no
in
more
remembrance.
in remembrance.
For they have consulted.
They have consulted
Together with one consent.
together with one
They are
consent.
confederate against
They are
thee.
confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of
And
Edom
the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites
Of Moab.
of Moab
And the Hagarenes.
and the Hagarenes,
The Baal.
and
And
Ammon,
Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
Philistines,
So like it. The Philistines.
the Philistines,
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah,
Do unto them.
do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the
As
Midianites,
to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to
At
Jabin,
the brook of Kisan.
at the brook of Kasan,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They have become as dung for the earth.
They have become as dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a Reb.
Make their nobles like a Reb
And like Zael.
and like Zael.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah
And as Zalmunna.
and as Amunah,
Who said.
who said,
Let us take to ourselves.
let us take to ourselves
The houses.
the houses
Of Yahweh.
of Yahweh
In possession.
in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Make them like a will.
make them like a will,
As the fire.
as a fire.
Salakia. Make them Make them like a will.
Make them like a will,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the stone before the wind,
As the fire burneth the wood.
as the fire that burns the wood,
And as the flame setteth the mountains on
as the
fire.
flames that set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute
With thy
them
tempest.
with thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
Make them
With
afraid
thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded.
let them be
And
confounded
trouble forevermore.
and trouble forevermore.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish,
That men may know.
that men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Art the most high.
or the Most High,
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right. Sar. Which means turn.
Some kind.
All right. You can set that. Scroll back down. All right, men of Israel, we're going to go ahead and start the Sabbath service. Yeshabia, which means to sit. All right, where did we leave off? So this is how it works, right?
Genesis 27:17, sir.
So normally, you would be reading the Hebrew. And unless I don't know something about you and you know the Hebrew already, right now we're just going to have you reading the English. And he's going to read the Hebrew. But the normal protocol is that, you know what I'm saying, the man that I bring up reads the Hebrew, he reads the English. And of course, I teach the meaning behind it. So for right now, you're going to just do the English until you get your Hebrew up real good. All right. So this is what we got to do. He's going to read first the Hebrew. When he's done reading 7 verses in the Hebrew, he's going to tell you where to start off and where to end. You're going to read 7 verses of it in the English, right?
Khan, sir. 27:17. Okay.
Genesis 27:17, out of the Tanakh, the Hebrew. Watha Thathan Af Hamata Mayam Wa'af Kalaka Halakam Ashar Ashaf Bayad Ya'aquab Bana'ah, verse 18. Wa'ah ba'ah all Aboyah Aboyawa Waya Amara Abaya Wa'ah Mara Hakakaya Maya Ataha Banaya, verse 19. Wa'ah Mara Wa'ah Quab all Abaya Wa Anakaya Ashawa Baka Rakak Asha Yataya Kaya Shara Debarath all Quayam Naya Shabakha Wa'a Qualaha Mataza Yadaya Ba'ai Wara Abba Rakanaya Napa Shak, verse 20. Waya Amara Yataza Kakwa all Banaiwa Ma'a Zaha Maha Rath
Lama Tazah Ya Bana Ya Waya A Mara Kaya Hakwa Raha Yahweh Allah Yak Lapa Naya, verse 21, Waya Mara Iyataza Kakwa All Ya'i Kwab Gashaha Na'a Waya Mashak Banaya Haya Thaha Za'a Banaya Ashawa La'a, verse 22, Wayagasha Ya'i Kwab All Yataza Kwa Abayawa Waya Masha Kwa Waya Mara Hakwal Kwa La Kwa Ya'i Kwab Waha Yadayam Yadaya Asha Wa, and verse 23, Wala'a Haka Wara'a Kaya Haya Wa'a Wada Yawa Kaya Do Ya Ashawa Aka Yakwa Shaya Rath Waya Bara Kawa. That's it, sir.
All right, so we on verse 17, correct?
Yes, sir. Genesis
27.
27:17, sir.
All right, so this sounds like, I think this chapter is where it goes into the blessings being given out to Jacob and Esau.
Gone,
correct?
sir. Gone.
Right, and so I'm believing that we at the point where Rebecca is now sending Jacob off because Esau wants to kill him.
That's right.
So we're gonna go ahead and read that on, start on 17.
17 through what?
Through 23.
23.
Mhm.
And she gave the savory meat and bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I.
Okay, so like you stop right there. This is right in where he's giving out the blessings, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is let's go up a few verses, right? Let's go up when we're gonna read from
10, verse 10 will be like he's giving his a blessing before he dies.
Yeah, let's start at verse 10. And to give y'all some background, what's actually about to happen right now. So Jacob and Esau, of course, they will. If you go back to Genesis 25 and 25, Genesis 25 talks about the birth of Esau and Jacob, and there was a prophecy that was unfolded. You understand, inside of their birth. You know, they struggled as a nation within the womb, right? Which was signifying that they were going to always be at odds with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, it also showed that they were two separate nations, and that the oldest was going to serve the youngest, right? And so Jacob took the heel of Esau, signifying that Jacob was going to rule over Esau in the end, right? Which is coming after this kingdom right here, this rulership that they're in right now. So now skip some days later, some years later, right? Some years later, Esau, you understand? Esau, he's out there hunting. You know, he comes in the house. He's faint. He wants some meat. He asks Jacob for some meat. And Jacob says, well, I'll give you some meat. I'll give you some of this pottage, something to eat, if you sell me your birthright. And Esau, being the profane fool that he is,
that's right,
he sold his birthright, you understand, and gave it to Jacob, which was right anyway. It needed to happen that way anyway.
That's right, sir.
Even though he just didn't give a damn about it and that's just how much of a profane bastard he is.
Come on, sir.
So now Isaac is on his deathbed. He's dying. He's getting old. He's dying, and he has to leave his fortune and everything that he has to his oldest son, which was a tradition to do. You would leave it all to your oldest son, right?
God.
And so, but his wife Rebecca, who was so wise, you know what I'm saying? She was so wise, knew that Esau was not supposed to receive the inheritance that was to be, or the blessing that Isaac wanted to give him. You know what I'm saying? So now she has to do something to ensure that the prophecy is fulfilled, that Jacob would be the one that received the blessing that was supposed to be given to him and not to Esau. So now we're going to read into it. So go ahead and start at 10 and go all the way down to 22, just to give more context as to what the chapter's talking about.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt bring it to thy father that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man.
So right here at this point, Rebekah is plotting, is plotting to make sure you understand that Jacob gets that blessing.
Sir.
You understand? Because it was originally going to go to Esau, right? And it was only right, it was prophecy that it should go to Jacob, right? And so she's plotting. And Jacob is saying, well, you ain't gonna be able to fool him because my brother is hairy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna know when he grabbed my skin and notice it ain't no hair on it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna know that I'm not Esau.
Sir.
Yes, because Esau is hairy like a garment.
Sir.
Right? So that's what he's saying. So then she says, keep reading.
My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall be seen to him as a deceiver.
Right. So then he's also saying it's gonna look like I'm lying. He's gonna know that I'm lying. Right? He's going to know that I'm deceiving or I'm tricking him, basically. Right? Which this whole situation is righteous in the eyesight of the Lord anyway.
Sir.
There was a good reason why, that might have been a good reason why Isaac was blind, so that it could happen that way. Because otherwise, Isaac would have just blessed Esau with his good eyesight, and he wouldn't have been tricked, because he would have known the difference between Jacob and the trick that they did against him. He would have known. He would have been hip to what was going on. So it was good that it happened in this way to make sure that Jacob got, you understand, what he rightfully deserved. All right, go ahead.
And I shall be seen to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing.
You understand? And he was afraid that his father was going to curse him for doing such a thing, right? That he was going to get cursed for doing such a thing. Go ahead.
And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son.
She said, Upon me be thy curse. She's like, I'll take the curse. You understand? If he does that, it'll be upon me, because I'm setting you up to do this. You understand? And she was so right, and she knew what was going on. And she had to be the wise one and make sure, like, what sisters don't understand is, you understand, you play important roles through the scriptures. Right? Important roles. There's going to be times where you're going to have to make the moves. You're going to have to make certain moves. Now, does that mean that you're over man? No. But there are certain times where the Lord puts you in a position to make certain moves to save Israel or to make sure the righteous thing gets done. You know what I'm saying? So women are very important. Go ahead.
Sir, and if I could say, sir, it's always a woman reporting to a man what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
And that's another thing, and I hear a lot of, one thing I learned when I came into school that I didn't know as a young officer, and of course, when you're a young officer, you learn a lot of things over time, is that, you know what I'm saying, a woman can receive, a prophecy from the Lord. She can receive it. Now, what would she do once she received that prophecy? She would still go to her head. She would still go to who was ever over her, and she would say, listen, this is what the Lord says this, or said that, or I heard. If you have a dream or whatever, you feel like it might be a prophecy, you would take that prophecy to, you understand, the man over you, or that dream to the man over you, and let him decide if what it was from the Lord or not. You know what I'm saying? Take it to a priest and let the priest decide if that's from the Lord or if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But a woman she does have the ability, you know what I'm saying, to prophesy. She does have the ability to receive, you know what I'm saying, a prophecy from the Lord. Right? She is you know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
Upon me be thy curse, my son.
Right? So she said, upon me be thy curse. Go ahead.
Only obey my voice and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory meat such as his father loved.
You understand? So she went and she cooked up that meat. Now Esau, he was just, he was known for being able to get that meat and cook that thing up right and nice for him.
God, sir.
Right? So she knew that she was going to have to make this meat right in a way that it was going that was going to make him think that it was Esau that did that.
God.
Right? Go ahead.
And Rebekah took goodly raiment for her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son.
She took Esau's garments and his goodly raiment, meaning his best clothing. You know what I'm saying? And she put that goodly raiment on her son Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Because she understood the position that Jacob was supposed to uphold, and she understood the prophecy that he was supposed to rule Esau. And so that blessing needed to go to Jacob. She knew that. She understood that.
God.
You understand? So she was wise. And another thing I want to say is you might have a situation. This is a good scripture because I remember when General Miami brought this out one time, and he was basically saying, he said there's a time and a place, when a woman has to make a decision, right? Because she might have a husband that is stupid. You might have a stupid husband. You know what I'm saying? He might like, think about how a lot of brothers is, man. Like, a sister has a lot of wisdom in a lot of ways. She doesn't even know it. A brother, you ever heard of this saying, just put some sand on it, you rub some sand into that bruise.
God, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Then you mess around and you got the biggest swollen leg in the world because it done got infected.
God.
Wherein a woman would be like, we need to take him to the doctor, get some Neosporin, put a bandage on it or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's wisdom, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a brother just grab a kid up and take him out in the damn cold weather, it's snowing and everything, throw him in the car, don't even buckle him down. Not saying all brothers do that. I'm just saying that, it's an example of how a man could be stupid, but the woman would be like, nah, put a coat on him. What you doing? You ain't put him in the seatbelt. That's the wisdom that a woman, is required to have. And in certain situations like that situation, she had to make sure that it was done. So there's an important role for women. If you gotta, if sometimes, your man could be making a horrible mistake. And in this situation, this would have been a mistake if Isaac would have gave, that blessing over to Esau.
That's right.
So she had to intervene, which was righteous for her to do. And the Lord didn't put her to death or curse her for it because he knew that needed to be done. And he put the spirit on her to do that. You understand? Go ahead.
And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck.
She did what again? Read that again.
And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands.
She took the skin of the goats, that fur, what do they call it, cashmere? Today they call goat skin. Is that called cashmere? Something like that. Anyway, took the skin of a goat, you understand, and put it on his arms. You understand? Why? So that he could deceive, because Esau's arms are hairy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So to deceive the father, you got to put some hair on his arms or whatever, on his hands. Go ahead.
And upon the smooth of his neck.
And upon the smooth of his neck, right?
Sir.
Keep going.
Go.
And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me.
Stop right there. So originally Esau was supposed to be the one to go out there and get that venison. He was out there at the moment that this was happening, he was out there going to get it.
Sir.
He was out there hustling. He's like, okay, I'm going to get this venison. I'm going to cook it up. It's going to be my father. Meanwhile, Jacob and Rebekah in there scheming. But they was doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just one of those necessary, like, it was a lie, but it's like one of what you would call like a necessary evil. It had to happen that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to happen that way. It was one of those things that the Most High had to allow it to happen because Isaac would have done otherwise and would have stuck to the tradition of giving his oldest son, you understand, the blessing, even though Esau was not of us. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a whole different nation and is our enemy. You understand? Keep going.
And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me.
Isaac wasn't totally stupid. Isaac was like, well, dang, how did you get it that quick? I just told you to go out there and get it. Like,
sir.
You know what I'm saying? But Jacob was wise in his speech, and he said, well, because the Lord gave it to me. The Lord gave it to me to give to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, as if like the Lord presented to him, as, you know, and made sure that he had it for that situation. Go ahead.
And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not.
Right, he wanted to check it out. Like Isaac was like, okay, you got the meat, you got it kind of fast. Let me check you out real quick. Let me make sure. Let me put my hand on you and make sure that you are Esau, because I know what Esau feel like. I know what he feel like. He a little hairy little man. You know what I'm saying? So let's check this out. Keep going.
And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau.
It's like he knew that the voice was of Jacob's, but he was like, okay, but the hands is of you know, this is how my son feels. This is how Esau feels, right? Go ahead.
And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. And he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, which the Lord hath blessed.
So that means Rebecca had it all tight. She had the whole plan tight and had that thing right to where that he really believed that he was dealing with Esau at that point. Go ahead.
You want to keep going? He was just.
Oh, what are we on?
He should have stopped at 23, but.
Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. All right, yeah, go ahead into the Hebrew. Salaki, we'll pick back up.
Count, sir. What was that? 27, 24.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. I thought, wasn't we supposed to like read it all the way through and then go back through and do it individually? Because that's what we did last time. I was confused. That's why I kind of kept going. Like,
No, what you do is you read it, and as you read it, like when you read the scripture that one time, I explain it, and then we go down all 7 verses. So when you read it the first time, I break it down. Okay. If it was done different, we'll square it out the next time.
I really want to.
No sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 24, 27, 24. Wayama Ata'a Za'a Banaya Ashawa Waya Amara Anawa Anaya. Verse 25. Wa'a Amara Hagasha Laya Waya Bala'a Mataza Yad Banaya Lama Tazan Taba Raka Ka Kapa Shawa Ya Wayagash Lawa Waya'a Ko Wa'a Baya Lawa Yayan Waya Shaf. Verse 26. Waya Amara Alo Yahwa Wataza Kakwa Abayahwa Kashawa Ha Na'a Washa Kakwa La'a Banaya. Verse 27. Waya Gash Waya Shakwa Lawa Waya Raka Af Rayaka Baga Dawa Waya Baraka Wawa Waya Amara Ra'aha Raya Ka Banaya Karayath Shadaha Ashar Barakaya Bakarawa. Slack it. Wa Yahawah, verse 28. Wayath Yan Laka Kaya Lakayam Matal Hasha Mayam wa ma Shamanaya Ha Arataza wa Rabah Dagan Awatha Yarash, verse 29. I Bada Wak Amayam Waya Shata Kawa Waya Shaf Kawawa La Laka La Amara Lama Ayam Lamayam Ha Waha Gaba Bawar La'a Kayak Waya Shata Ka Ha Ra Laka Salaki Banaya Amara Arara, Raka, Ara, Wara, Wama, Bara, Yara, Yaka, Bara, Waka, verse 30, Waya, Kaya, Shara.
Hold on real quick. If you could, step down right there.
Oh, God, sir.
Got a tools. Shalom.
Shalom on Christ.
Verse 30. What was that? Well, Yah. Oh, slacking. Abba Yawa. Wa I Shawa Aka Wa Yawa Ba'a Mataza Wadawa. That's it, sir.
All right.
31. Start off with 31.
Con
27 and
con.
31.
Wait,
Well, actually, start on 28 where you left off.
through
And then-
31.
And then go, no. Then
Was it 23? It was 23.
Wherever you,
left off.
where'd you left
23 was where I was supposed to stop, but I went through like 28.
Oh, you went to 28?
Yeah.
Okay, then start, go ahead and start at 28. We'll start at 28.
28 to where?
And go down to where you stop at?
I stopped at the 30.
All right, we'll stop from 28 to 30?
Well, that's because he had went into
Right, because he had went into, all right, so no sweat, then you go all the way back to 23,
I bet.
and we'll start
Okay,
there,
okay.
and we'll just go back through it. all the way.
24, sir.
24, yeah.
Okay.
24. Genesis 27:24. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau?
Mhm.
And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as of the smell of the field which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and the plenty of corn and wine.
Read that again.
Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
Right, give him the fatness of the earth, plenty of corn and rice. Right at this point, Isaac is blessing who he thinks is Esau, but it's not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's giving Jacob this blessing, which is rightful for him to do. However, he does not even know that he's doing it. He's thinking that he's giving Esau, you understand, the blessing, right? While Esau is still out there in the field somewhere getting the damn venison, or preparing the venison. You know what I'm saying? Jacob and Rebekah is you know what I'm saying? They scheming and making sure that Jacob get that blessing. Right?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Could you imagine if Esau would have got that blessing? He's already getting that right now. But that's just because we as a people, you understand, we as a people are destroyed. Because we're supposed to be in rulership in this earth.
That's right.
Right? However, this prophecy or this blessing that he's given to Jacob right now is the prophecy, you understand, is the blessing, you understand, that's going to keep us in rulership forever.
Count on God,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? This is the thing that's going to allow us to rule forever, because that's what the Lord intentionally wanted from all the way from the beginning.
God.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't want Esau in power, which is the reason why this happened the way it happened.
God.
Go ahead.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
So you Black Hispanics and Native Indians, you better understand that this is what the Lord wanted from you. This thing that Isaac is giving to Jacob, even though he don't know he's giving to Jacob, this is what the Lord had already promised us. This is what he already wanted for us to have, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Black Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand? So you don't understand that you're supposed to be in rulership. You understand? You're supposed to be in rulership. You're supposed to have the fatness of the earth. You understand? You're supposed to have power over everything. You're supposed to be able to rule the entire universe. And right now, that's not your position. You're not in that position right now. Why? Because we continue to love our enemies and our oppressors. You understand? And why they destroy us on this earth, when in reality we're supposed to separate from them. You understand? So we can be given our reward that has been promised to us. You understand? So Isaac is giving Jacob this blessing, who he thought he was giving to Esau, but he's rightfully giving it to Jacob. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
So after the blessing, and after Jacob had left, and it was done, it was said and done, right? Now Esau comes in. Esau, you a little bit too late, brother. Right? Keep going. Oh, that was it on that? Okay, now go back to you. Salaki.
You wanna rotate out?
Oh yeah, Salaki. Now that we got me in. Amadium. Salaki. Wow, the brother keeping me on point. Shark, come up. State your registry.
Shar Bun Yahawada Bun Yashrala.
Shar Bun Yahweh Bun Yashala.
Yahaba Shema Shar Brakathum.
Yahweh Shem Brakathum. All right, you just gonna step down first. Let him step down first. All right, and then Shar, you stand up. All right, Yeshabia. All right. We're gonna go where we left off.
Sir.
You comfortable in the Hebrew? You good with the Hebrew?
Come on.
Let Shar go ahead and get the Hebrew and read there. Asha, how's your Hebrew? All right. Are you somewhat decent? Can you get through it a little bit or what?
37.
Trying to get the whole album.
All right, no sweat.
31. I go to 37.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 31. 27, verse 31, Salakia. Waya'ash, Gom, Hawath, Mata, Amayam, Wabath, Lata, Bayawa, Salakia. Waya Amar, Lata, Bawaya, Wakwath, Abaya, Salaki, Abaya, Wayata, Wayatakal, Wayakala, Salaki, Mataza, Wada, Yad, Banawa, Bawara, Taba, Rakanya, Salaki, Napa, Shana, Shan, verse 32. Waya'a, Mara, Lawa, Yatiza, Kahwa, Aba, Waya, Mawa, Ata, Waya, Amar, Tanaya, Banana, Salaki. Banak, Salaki. Bakar, Rana, Ashawa, verse 33. Wayaka, Rada, Wataza, Kahwa, Kara, Karada, Salakia. Gada, Laha, Ada, Ma'aid, Waya, Amar, Maya, Apa, Salakia, Apa, Wa'a, Hawa, Ya'a, Hatizad, Ayad, Waya, Ba'a, Laya, Wa'a, Waya, oh, what's it like? Wa'a, Kal, Makal, Bataram, Taba, Wa'a, Barakah, Hawa, Gum, Barayaka, Yahaya, verse 34, Kasha, Ma'a, Ashar, Salakia, Ata, Daba, Raya, Abayawa, Waya, Taza'a, Kwa, Waza, let's start it over. Waya, Tazaya Kwa, Tazaya A, Kwaha, Gada, Laha, Gadaya La, Salaki, Wamara, Aid, Ma'aid, Waya, Amar, La'a, Bayawa, Bara, Kanaya, Gam, Anaya, Abaya, verse 35. Waya'a Mara, Ba'a, Akayak, Bama, Ramaya, Wayakwa, Bara, Kataya, Kethayak. Verse 36. Waya'a Mara, Hakaya, Korah, Shamar. Ya'ai Kwab, Wayai Akwab Nia. Let's start it over. Wayai Akwab Nia. Zaha. Pa'ai Mariam. Ata. Baka Rataya. Lakoha. Waha Yana. Ata. See, Laquach. Bara. Kataya. Waya'a Mara. Hala'a. Ataza Lata. Laya. Narakaya. Verse 37. Barakaya. Salaki about that. Verse 37. Waya'ain. Yataza Kakwa. Waya'a Mara. La'a Shawa. Hana. Kabayara. Shamata Yawa. Lana. Laka. Salaki about that. Laka. Wa'ata. Kala. Aka. Waya. Nata Taya. Lawa. La'ai. Badayim. Wada. Gana. Wata Yarash. Samakath. Yawa. Let's start it over. Samakath Yawa. Salakia. Walakaha. Apawa'a. Maha. Ai Shaha. Banai.
Right?
Khan, sir.
Now you that in the English, cause
Yes, sir. Genesis 27:31, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison.
So now Esau comes in, and Jacob then already got his blessing, and Isaac then already gave it away to Jacob. You understand? By the successful, deception that needed to take place.
God.
You understand? By Rebekah. You understand? And Jacob. You understand? So now Esau's coming in, and he got more meat, more venison, just like his father requested him to do.
Oh, God.
And keep reading.
God. Verse, that the soul may bless me. Verse 32. 27 and 32 out of Genesis. And Isaac, his father, said unto him, who art thou?
And Isaac says, who are you? Like, who are you? Go ahead.
And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
I am thy first son, Esau. Read on.
And verse 33, and Isaac trembled.
And Isaac was afraid, man. He was like, what the hell did he's thinking in his mind, what the hell did I do? Go ahead.
God, sir. Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who?
He said, who? Go ahead.
Where is he that hath taken venison?
Where is he that have taken the venison? Go ahead.
And brought it to
He
me.
brought it to me. Who is the man that I just blessed? Who is the man I just gave this blessing to? Go ahead.
And I have eaten all before thou camest, and have blessed him.
And I done ate it all and blessed him. Go ahead.
Yea, and he shall be blessed.
Yea, and he shall be blessed, meaning this prayer, that this blessing I gave him,
God,
it's going to come. It's going to happen.
God.
Like, it's no reversing on this. I gave him this blessing. He's going to get it now.
God, sir.
Right?
Come on,
There's
come
no me. I can't reverse this.
God, sir.
Go ahead. It's like one of them oaths. It's like,
That's
once
right,
it's
sir.
stamped, that's it.
God,
Go
sir.
ahead.
And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried.
When he heard those words, he cried. You understand? Which I don't understand why he's crying anyway, because he
Right.
sold his birthright for some
God,
pottage.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And so now this situation ain't gonna help him. And so now he crying. It is what it is, man. Go ahead.
He cried with a great and exceeding bitter
You can
cry.
imagine now why he would be crying, because he gave away rulership. He gave away power. I mean, forever.
Wow.
He gave away something so valuable. It's like you out of your damn mind. It's like going out and selling a priceless gold watch for $1, man.
God, sir.
And he sold a priceless thing for some pottage, man. And it was just like, whatever. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, like the best thing about this is like it's not Jacob that wanted to to try to finesse his brother. Like this is like just like the rank and order system of the man answers to the woman the kid. Jacob was a child just answering to his mother. You know what I'm saying? So the blood is not saying that the blood, but it's all in his mother's hand. He's just following out the duty of his mother. And like he said, Esau already sold his birthright. So what the blessing supposed to mean to him? So like
Yeah, like the birthright didn't mean nothing to him. Why would that mean anything to him?
Right.
But you just a profane, bastard, and it's just really out of jealousy, and it really ain't got nothing to do, with anything else. That's just how Esau is. He's just a hateful and profane person.
God, sir.
come.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Jacob did what his mother told, but his mother had the spirit of the Most High on her.
That's right.
That's why she did what she did. Otherwise, Isaac would have made a dumb decision.
That's right.
By giving Esau a horrible bastard, that, that blessing. Go ahead.
He was righteously supplanted, sir.
Exactly. Give him a hand. Give both of these brothers a hand. All right. Any more? Good.
Yes, sir. Exceeding bitter cry, and he said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, my father.
He's like, go ahead and give me a blessing. I want my blessing. Now he's doing all of this crying and, just emotional like Esau is.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And he just crying and give me a blessing. Let me get something. Go ahead.
And verse 35, and he said, Thy brother came subtly, and he have taken away thy blessing.
That man came, Jacob came, and he was smooth with it. Didn't make no mistakes. It was questionable, right? Because Isaac was like, he's like, but you sound like Jacob, but you got hair like Esau. But you sound like Jacob,
God.
but you got hair like Esau.
We.
But nigga, you sound like Jacob. You know what I'm saying? On some stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, he brought the meat, he did what he did, and Isaac it's just what it was, right? Go ahead.
right.
And verse 36, and he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he supplanted me these 2 times.
Man, go ahead.
He took away my birthright, and behold, now he taken away my blessing.
Get the definition of supplanted.
Yes, sir.
Get the definition of supplanted.
Got it,
right?
sir. Got it. Supplanted.
He said he supplanted him that 2 times. Them 2 times.
To supplant, to circumvent, to take by heel, follow at the heel, assail insidiously, overreach. To supplant, to overreach, to attack at the heel. Pow, to hold back, sir.
That's what supplant is.
That's
Read
what-
that
straight
scripture
out of the
one more
Bible.
time.
To supplant, to circumvent, to take by heel, follow at the heel, assail insidiously, or to overreach.
Right, to take or to in other words, kind of like tricking to get something.
God, sir.
Right? And so he's saying that he's been, it's almost like he's saying he's been tricked 2 times
God.
in this situation, and he wasn't. That's the problem, because like first off, he gave his birthright away.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like all Jacob said was, listen, I'll give you this meat. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if you give away that birthright.
God.
And he must have had known that Esau was that dumb. Like it's like, you know how Judah is, how Benjamin is, how the tribes are. Like we can see, that's how we be getting. Like that's like a hustler in the street can tell you that's how it works.
Uh-huh.
Like, you go after the dummy. Somebody who's easy target, a mark, what they call them in the West Coast. Go ahead.
I got another definition,
Uh-huh.
sir. That was from the Bible, and I'm gonna give you one out of Webster here.
Yeah, let me get that one.
To supersede and replace. Another discovery could supplant the original finding.
Okay, so
That's to replace.
go ahead.
If I made it, so it's almost like getting over, right? Like,
Right, getting over
Getting
him, like,
over him.
and he think he's been gotten over. And the thing is it's his own profaneness. Give me that scripture that says that Esau is profane. Let me
Wicked
get that
and
scripture.
profane, sir.
Yeah, give me that scripture. Right,
All right.
and it's not because it's because of his profaneness. It's because he doesn't give a damn. He didn't give a damn about his birthright when he was thinking about how hungry he was.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a soldier. If you really about this truth, you can't be worried about whether you gonna eat or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gonna eat, but you gotta eat to live. But man, listen, if you not coming to the truth, you know what I'm saying, it's because you afraid that you're gonna lose your job, or you gonna lose your family, or you're not gonna have this and have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some vain garbage, man. Go ahead, all right?
Like, if I could, basically, they just gonna die with fear.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And we don't live in fear, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
We
right.
don't live in fear. We live with, you know, no cowards. We courageous in this place, man. Go ahead.
Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
You understand? He's profane and he's just a fornicator. He's profane. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care about anything, man. He doesn't give a damn about anything. That's why when he was living in the caves, man, he was just he wasn't even cooking his meat, man. It was the reason why they eat bloody meat right now. They don't even cook their meat. He didn't care about the diseases and all of the sicknesses you get from eating raw meat. He just was an animal. You know what I'm saying? He's just a straight up animal.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, like dogs can eat raw meat and stuff like that. Animals, they can eat that, but people, they can't. So that.
Right, give him a hand, man. But Esau, you know, instead of Esau going and just cooking his food, Esau would rather just eat it bloody and raw. Just call everything a delicacy. Go ahead.
Like, if I may, like, so when Jacob was getting ready to become Esau, you know, for that little time being, like, he had to do so much stuff to make himself seem like an animal. Like, he had to put on, like, rotten clothes, like, really just stinking clothes, simply because, like, Esau was so hairy and sweaty back in them times, and that sun ain't take baths, so he was raw. Like, he had that natural sin upon him, like a dang on animal.
He had to smell like a field. He had to be hairy like goat hair.
Good.
He had to be all of that just to trick Isaac in this situation, man.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? But it was righteously done. It was something that the Lord had to intervene in using Rebecca, and it was a good thing that it happened. That's right. You understand? And so now at this point, Esau, he's upset, mad, and he wants a blessing, and he'd have missed out on the greatest blessing ever given to him, man.
God,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Jacob's blessing is the reason why when the return of Christ, when Christ comes here, we're going to be in rulership forever, man.
That's right, sir.
We're going to be in rulership forever. We're going to rule over all the nations, all the planets of the entire universe, everything that is in existence, we will have rulership over. You understand? We'll be set up as his high holy people, and people are going to bow to us, man.
God,
You
sir.
understand? Which is what they should be doing.
Right.
Right? Hosanna Christ. Go ahead, Art.
And he said,
Oh, you was about to say so? You had something to say? Oh, I thought you was raising your hand. So like, go ahead, Art.
verse 36, and he said, is it not rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times that he took away my
He
birthright.
didn't take his birthright. However, he still sticks by that. He took his birthright. You know what I'm saying? He
God.
gave away that birthright.
Right.
It was fair and square, man, in the eyesight of the Most High. You said, forget my birthright. All right, give it to me. I'll take the birth. I'll give you the birthright for the meat. Go ahead.
2 times he took away my birthright, and behold, now he taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Now, is there anything left for me? Do you have something set aside for me now that Jacob got my blessing and my birthright? Is it something I get? He wants something.
God.
Go ahead.
And verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord.
Ooh, wee. Behold, I have made him thy Lord.
I'm with God, sir.
There you go, man. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Just on that prophecy alone, what do you think is going to happen in the upcoming time? We are going to be Lord
We'll be
over
Lord.
them,
God
man.
with God, sir.
Right now, they're Lord over there, over us, but that's because
God.
Lord is punishing us for our disobedience against
God,
the law.
sir. God.
Because like any good father would.
God.
You know what I'm saying? But, however, in the end, Israel's going to rise back up.
That's right.
You understand? That's what we're doing right here.
Well,
Right
that's
now,
your
you're
knowledge.
training in the Isupk to be the 144,000.
God with
Letting
God,
you
sir.
know right now.
God with God.
You know what I'm saying? You're training to be the 144,000. You're training to be a ruler in this land.
God with God, sir.
Right? And you're going to keep living riches in this land.
God with God, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But Esau, he gave up that right, man.
God with God,
He
sir.
gave it all up, and now it's going to us.
God with God, sir.
Right? And Isaac saying, I've made him ruler over you now.
God.
Go ahead.
And Isaac answered and said to Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants.
Man, everybody on this earth, including his brethren, your nation of people, Esau's nation of people, you will be be servants on this earth. Man.
That's right.
You will serve the kingdom of heaven.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to serve the
Right.
priests. You're going to serve everything that is a Hebrew Israelite on this earth.
That's right.
You're going to serve, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you walking, you're going to put your head down like you made us put our head down
God,
back
sir.
in the day.
God.
Man. You know what I'm saying? When you see us.
God.
You gonna step to the side. We walking down that sidewalk. You gonna step off the damn sidewalk.
Damn right.
While we
Right.
walking. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Man, and he's gonna be blessed with corn and wine, meaning he's gonna be blessed with all the commodities of the earth.
God
man.
with God,
You
sir.
understand? We're gonna have all the riches, all the commodities of the earth. Go ahead.
And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
And what shall I do to thee? What shall I give thee? That's it on that?
That's it, sir.
All right, then we'll go more into it as we after we finish that. Amadium. All right, Ashah, come up. State your registry.
Ashaya Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Ashaya Allah, Banya Hawada, Banya Shrala.
Yahweh Bashin, Ashah Brakatah.
How about some thought?
Thumb.
Right, you step down first. All right, you going back to the Hebrew.
God with God, sir.
All right.
38.
All right, Yeshabia. He's going back to the Hebrew. You going to the Hebrew. Okay.
Genesis. Lock this, sir. Genesis 38, 27, and 38 out of the Hebrew. Okay. Wayah Marah Asha Al Abba Yawah Waba Rakaha Ataf Hawa Laka Abaya Bara Kana Ya Gam Anaya Abaya Laya Sorry, it's like Waya Sha'a Ashawa Kwalawa Waya Ba verse 39 Waya An Yataza Kakwa Abaya Wa Waya Amara Allah Ya Ha Ha Hanaha Masha Manaya Ha Arataza Yahawa Mawa Shabah Wama Tal Haisha Mayam Ma'al verse 40 Wayaya, Karabaka, the Ka, Yaha, Wa'af, Aka, Yaka, the I, Bad, Waiha, Yaha, Kaya, Shar, Thawra, Yad, Wapa, Rakaf, Quaf, Allah, Wa, Ma'ai, Baal, Tazah, Wa'a, Raka, verse 41, Waya, Shatam, Asha, Wa, Af, Ya'ai, Quab, La, I'll, Haba, Raka, Ashar, Bara, Kawa, Abba, Yawa, Wa'ama, Wa'a'a, Mara, Ashawa, Bala, Balawa, Yakwa, Rabaya, Yamaya, Abal, Abaya, Wa'a, Salaki, sir. Wa'a, Haraga, Ya, Af, Ya'a, Quab, Ya, verse 42. Wa'a, God, Labra, Bakwa, Af, Daba, Raya, Ashawa, Banawa, Haga, Dal, Wata, Shalaka, Wata, Quraa, Ya, Aquab, Banaha, Aqua, Tan, Wata, Amara, Allah, Ya, Wa, Hanaha, Asha, Wa, Akara, Akayak, verse, it's lucky. Mata, Naham, Lara, Laha, Gawar, verse 43. Wa'ai, Thoha, Banaya, Shama'ai, Bakwa, Laya, Wakwa, Wam, Bara'ak, Laka, Al, Laban, Akaya, Karanaya, verse 44. Verse 44. Wa'a Shabbath, Amarwa, Yama, Yama, Akad, Yam, Id, Ashar, the Shah, Wab, Kamaf, Aka, Yak, in verse 45. Id, Shawab, Up, Aha, Yak, Mamaka, Washa, Kath, Ath, Ashar, Asha, Yath, La Wa, Washa, Laka, Thou Ya, Wala, Kata, Yaka, Masham, Lama, Ashakal, Gum, Shana Yakam. Yahwam Ahad. That's it, sir.
All right, in the English, we're gonna go ahead and close it out with this last 7 verses.
We're gonna be on verse
38, right?
yeah, what was that? 38, yes.
Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Esau his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
So he's giving them a little something, right? He's saying that the fatness of this earth, you understand, that he gets a little bit of the fatness of this earth and the dew of the heaven. Go ahead.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
And by the sword shalt thou live, man. Because look at Esau today. That's how he conquers everything that he gets. That's how he was able to get this kingdom that he has right now. By murdering.
God.
This scripture right here is like, look what he did to the Native Indians. How do you think he got America? He slaughtered them.
Right.
First off, he allowed them to teach them. He was friends enough with them to get taught how to live on this land, and then he did what? He slaughtered them once he got all he needed to know about this land. Right? He does that to every land that he wants to conquer and destroy. So his fatness and his riches that he get is coming from his ability to go and fight and kill. He has one of the greatest. He has the greatest military in the earth. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he's skilled. Like you can ask the average Edomite here in the South anything about a gun, and he can tell you everything about it.
Right.
You understand? Like that you any one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's because they live by the sword, man. But read on.
If I may say so. Like this is just anybody can get he gave him a blessing, but he didn't get the promise.
Right, he's getting a blessing, exactly. Give him a hand. Just like Ishmael. Ishmael was given a blessing. You understand? But Ishmael, that doesn't give Ishmael the covenant.
That's right,
sir.
sir.
God gave Jacob.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He was blessed with 12 princes. Congratulations, Ishmael. But, congratulations. You understand? But you don't get what we get.
That's right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We get rulership forever.
God.
He was blessed with what now?
Who?
Ishmael?
Ishmael was blessed with 12 princes. Yeah, he was blessed to be a large nation, a large, rich nation. You understand? But however, he will not rule over anything on this earth.
That's
man.
Right.
Is that
come from Hagar or the servant of
Yeah, that's the son of the servant of the servant Hagar, right? Which was the servant of Sarah, which was the husband of Abraham. Go ahead. Oh, is there any more?
I didn't say it. Oh, I didn't say anything.
I'm sorry, the scripture.
Yes, sir.
And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
I'm sorry, read that scripture one more time.
Verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt thou serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
There should be a time where you're gonna have dominion. You know what I'm saying? He has dominion right now on this earth. You understand? Go ahead.
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Man, and Esau hated Jacob. Why? Because that blessing that he got was no ways on the level that the blessing Jacob had, man.
That's right.
Like that blessing that Jacob got was like, that's the one.
Sir.
Like I want that one.
God.
You lay them out for me, I'm picking this one. Because this is rulership forever. This is everybody on this earth is my servant.
Sir.
You understand? And I get to rule over them in righteousness forever, man. Go ahead.
Sir.
This blessing really ain't even a blessing because it's temporary. Like,
right. I mean, it's a blessing, but it's.
I mean, it is, but like, it's temporary. It's gonna pass over anyway. So.
Right. It's gonna pass. Yeah. I mean,
it's like God saying you stay in heaven for 10 minutes, then you gotta go.
God, give him my hand. Right. Yeah. You understand? So it is what it is, man. The Lord knows what He wants.
That's right.
The Lord has this all designed out the way He wanted to be designed out. Esau is missing out on something, and it's good that he is, because who wants this bastard ruling this earth forever with the way that he is
Damn
ruling
right.
this earth right now?
That's
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That means him ruling forever means that everybody's gonna go extinct after a while with the abortion rate that it got going on now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the murdering and the pillaging just so he can go and steal oil and steal gold and different things that he's doing to the other nations right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, having sex with their children and this so-called trafficking and all of that they're doing right now, man.
Wow.
This is a horrible place to be in right now. So why would we want somebody as profane and evil as Esau and his nation of people ruling this earth?
That's right.
We don't want that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good that it happened the way it happened.
Go on, sir.
Go ahead.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
You know what I'm saying? So not only he mentions how much he hates his son, his brother. You know what I'm saying? Now he's talking about killing his brother, man. He wants to slay him, man, because he's evil. You know what I'm saying? His spirit is like the spirit of Satan, man. The spirit of that serpent in the garden, the spirit of Cain. Cain was the first murderer in the Bible. You understand? And so it's no wonder, you know what I'm saying, that Esau would want to murder his brother, and his brother didn't do anything wrong. Go ahead, Op.
This is before the covenant was given, right? By Abraham.
So what you mean?
Like this is before the laws and stuff was given, like the commandments and all that, right?
No, this is after.
This is after that?
This is after, because of the covenant. You understand, the Lord had already gave, you understand, his law, statutes, and commandments, you understand, to Israel, to Abraham.
Okay.
So this is,
after
yeah,
before
this,
okay.
yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 42. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau is touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee.
God.
You understand? So Esau telling his mom is like I'm, you know, with his plans, where she knows what he's planning on doing. He's planning on going and trying to slay Jacob, just like the jealous, evil bastard that he is, and his people is, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that's where he's going. That's where his spirit is now. He wants to kill.
God.
You know what I'm saying? His brother now. Go ahead.
Verse 43. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, free thou to Laban, my brother.
Rebecca is now trying to get him to flee, because she knows how evil-hearted that Esau is and how he wants to kill him. So now she's trying to send him a way to flee from from his brother who wants to kill him. Go ahead.
To Haran. Verse 44.
So now she's suggesting that he goes to Laban, who lives in the land of Haran, right? Laban is her brother. Go ahead.
Verse 44. And tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away.
And stay with him. Stay in his house with him for a few days, until that anger and that hatred, that thing that Esau has conjured up in his heart to do to you, until that passes, right? Go ahead.
Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him.
And he forgets the what has been done to him. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, he burning in anger, man. He lost one of the greatest things, you know what I'm saying, the greatest blessings that could ever been given. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he going to be angry. You know what I'm saying? But now, in his mind, he's ready to sin. He's ready to go and kill Jacob behind it. Go ahead.
It's like that saying goes, like 10 seconds of anger can cause you like a lifetime of misery, right? So,
Give him a hand. That's perfect. That's the perfect way of putting it, man.
wow.
You understand? Go ahead.
Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you, both in one day?
You understand? Read that one more time, Salaki.
All the way from top to
No, that last part you just read.
Why should I be deprived also of you, both in one day?
Okay, keep going, Salaki.
That was it, sir.
Okay, that was it? All right, Amadium. All right, we're going to stop the class here. All right, Horn. Christ. Just that cup right there, Baruch Shah.
Laya Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. We're going to uncover the Torah. Men of Israel, prepare to salute the Torah. You're going to grab the Torah, put it on your right side. Okay. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah. All right. Pass it. You salute it.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakiyah.
Turn towards that, brother.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakiyah.
All right. Now you're going to step down the right side. And then all of y'all brothers are going to come up and salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakiyah.
It's Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Bahawashi Barakatah.
Hold on, do it again. Yahweh
Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi Barakayah.
Barak Yah. Barak Yah. Yeah, do it
Yahweh
again.
Hashem Yahawashi Barakayah.
Okay, no sweat. I'll take it. So all you saying is, all you saying is, Lord, in the name of Christ, bless you. Right? All right? Mariam wapan yahak with him, which means to stand, turn towards the east. All right? Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer.
Go ahead.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwatka.
Malakwatka.
Daba'ah.
Daba'ah.
Batazai.
Batazai.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Gawah.
Gawah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Ladan.
Ladan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Nakam.
Nakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Washalakinawa.
Washalakinawa.
Awawakinawa.
Washalakinawa.
Ashalakinawa. Awawakinawa.
Awawakinawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Baba'ayanawa. Anasaya one.
Anasaya one.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanawa.
Hawashayanawa.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahakapora.
Wahakapora.
Lahalonyam.
Lahalonyam.
Aman.
Aman.
All right, what he said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done, on
as
earth
it is in heaven,
as it is in
Give us
heaven.
this day,
Give us this
our
day
daily bread,
our daily bread.
Forgive us,
And forgive
our
us
debts,
our debts.
Forgive our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not,
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us,
but deliver us
from evil.
from
For
evil.
thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
I cock the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barakashah.
Barakashah.
Adon Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Akak.
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 Lara Pa'ah.
Lara Pa'ah.
Kamakala.
Kamakala.
Wakal.
Kal.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Akak.
Akak.
Lataha.
Lataha.
Amatazarium.
Amatazarium.
Akak.
Akak.
Aquaquium.
Aquaquium.
Amathium.
Amathium.
Akak.
Akak.
Al-Rakawath.
Al-Rakawath.
Amatalah.
Amatalah.
Agarashan.
Agarashan.
Bashim
Hashem
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
This is what we said in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Raba'ath.
Daba'ah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
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 Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Aman.
Amen.
All right, this is what he said in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And
Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you,
so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Yanya.
Yanya.
Yahoriam.
Yahoriam.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Zoria.
Zoria.
Azoria.
Azoria.
Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Yashah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wasaratazah.
Wasaratazah.
Ayatan.
Ayatan.
Namawat.
Yamawat.
Agayaka.
Agayaka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Ana'ah.
Ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Ayashan.
Ayashan.
Ashamar.
Ashamar.
Asharala.
Asharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Ayad.
Ayad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Kaka.
Kaka.
Salakia. Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Wayilayala.
Wayilayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Bakal Rai.
Bakal Rai.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Af.
Ah.
Napashka.
Napashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Yashamar.
Kazahatka.
Kazahatka.
Wabawatka.
Wabawatka.
Matha.
Matha.
Wa'id.
Wa'id.
Awalam.
Allah.
That's what he said in English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up thy eyes
to the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
Which
From whence
cometh
cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from
Which
Yahweh,
made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
And he that keepeth thee shall not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he
behold.
that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The sun
hand.
shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Thy coming in.
and thy coming in
This time forth.
from this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damayah.
Ka.
Ka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa'ol.
Wa'ol.
Yashakwat.
Yashakwat.
Ya'ar Yawanka.
Ya'ar Yawanka.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Wayatah.
Wayatah.
Yatazawa.
Watazawa.
Altazawa.
Altazawa.
Banwanyaka.
Banwanyaka.
Amarka.
Amarka.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakadam.
Lakawa.
Wa'ah.
Wa'ah. Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yakazah.
Yakazah.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Wadah.
Wadah.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Na'awatazawa.
Na'awatazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayalka.
Ayalka.
Bariyaf.
Bariyaf.
Yakar.
Yakar.
Rawa.
Rawa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Ayahaya.
Alahaya.
Wa. Yashamai.
Yashamai.
Alahayam.
Yashamai.
Mawaba.
Mawaba.
Agoriam.
Agoriam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wamawan.
Wamawan.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Alashak.
Alashak.
I'm Yapsha.
I'm Yaksha.
Salakia. I'm Shabyapwa. Ya.
I'm Sayapwa.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum.
Gum.
Ashawar.
Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Yadawa.
Amam.
Amam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Sarawai.
Sarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Asha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Gamadian.
Gamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarawa.
Sarawa.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakol.
Banakol.
Kakwashwan.
Kakwashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Bayashmadya.
Bayoyan.
Bayoyan.
Nara.
Nara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Gada.
Gada.
Yamawa.
Yamawa.
Barab.
Barab.
Wazabadwa.
Wazabadwa.
Wazakaba.
Wazakaba.
Wakatazol.
Wakatazol.
Wana'ad.
Wana'ad.
Ko.
Ko.
Nasayamka.
Nasayamka.
Asha.
Asha.
Amarka.
Amarka.
Nasharasha.
Nasarabya.
Alanawa.
Alanawa.
Af.
Ah.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shaya.
Shaya.
Tamwa.
Tamwa.
Gaya.
Gaya.
Kwash.
Kwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Wakawa.
Alawa.
Kayash.
Oyash.
Taba'arya.
Arya.
Wala haba.
Wala baba.
Balahat.
Bahat.
Ariam.
Zabari.
Kan.
Kan.
Daradakma.
Daradakma.
Wasaarika.
Wasaarika.
Wabasa.
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 Wabata.
Wabata.
Tabala.
Tabala.
Tabalahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panahayam,
Panahayam.
Palawan,
Palawan.
Waya,
Aya.
Bashwa,
Bashwa.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Waya,
Aya.
Mahalwa,
Yahweh.
Ayai,
Yaba'ai.
Waya,
Yaya.
Wapawa,
Wapawa.
Waya,
And the Waya.
Badwa,
Labadwa.
Waya,
Aya.
Iowa,
Iowa.
Aya,
Aya.
Atha,
Atha.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Badka,
Yabadka.
Ayayan,
Ayayan.
Call,
Call.
Rataza.
Rataza.
Oh, sorry, Christ. This is what he said in the English, right? Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O
Yahweh.
Be not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy
enemies make a tumult.
That hate thee.
And
they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have
lifted
lifted
up
up
their
their
head.
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have
taken
taken
crafty
crafty
counsel
Against thy people.
against thy
They
people.
consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
Consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They
They have said,
Come,
Come.
let us cut them off.
and let us
Cut
cut
them
them
off.
off
Being a nation.
from being a nation.
The name of Israel.
In
And the name of Israel
may be no more.
shall be no more.
And remember it.
And remembrance.
For they have consulted.
For they have consulted
Together. With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are
They are confederate
against
The
against thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gebal.
Gebal.
And Ammon.
And
Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
Philistine.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the
inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is adjoined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Unto them.
Do unto
them.
Unto the Midianites.
As unto
the
To
Midianites.
Sarah.
As unto Sarah.
To Jabin.
As
unto
At
Jabin.
the brook of Kasai.
At the brook of Kasai.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
Come down for the earth.
They
They
come
come
dump their earth.
Make their nobles like a ram.
Make their
nose
noses
like
like
a
a
ram.
ram.
Like Zahab.
And like
Zahab.
Yea.
Yea.
Are their princes as Zabah.
Are the princes of
Zabah.
Sabbath.
And as Amunah.
And as Amunah.
He said.
They have
Let
said,
us take to ourselves.
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh.
the house of Yahweh
In possession.
In
O
possession.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
Stumble before the wind.
With it stumble before the wind.
The fire burneth the wood.
And the fire burneth the wood.
The flame set the mountains on fire.
And the flame set the mountains on fire.
Persecute them.
So
They persecute them
Tempest.
with thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
And
Make them afraid.
Thy storm.
of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill
Fill their faces with shame.
They may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forevermore.
And trouble forevermore.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is
Yahweh.
The most high.
The Most High.
Over all the earth.
Of
of all the earth.
All right, Sar. Is there anybody that wants to be anointed before we end the class?
Come on, son.
All right. You can set that down, Sluggy. All right, you can step down. Yeah. All right, just Kazak, repeat after me, right?
Okay.
All right. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Washamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayakanka.
Panka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamika.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Basham.
Yahshim.
Yahweh.
Yahshai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Magun.
Shah.
Shar.
Shah.
Shar.
Shah.
Shar. Bashim Yahshai.
Bashim Yahshai.
Water.
Water.
Aman.
Aman.
All right, anybody else? All right, you step up, then you come up next. Come on up, brother. All right. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Washamarka.
Washamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamnika.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem.
Bashem.
Yahushai.
Yahshai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Magun.
Ashaya.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya.
Ashaya Allah. Bashim Yahshai.
Bashim Yahshai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Sorry, Christ. What you would do is you would pull it back a little bit, and then you would pour it on her.
I'm okay.
If you need to step around, you can do that as well.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
I may be able to do it.
There you go. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Waya Shamarka.
Washamarka.
Ar Yahweh.
Arahawa.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al-Yaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'a.
Yasha'a.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Al-Yaka.
Ayaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamika.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
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 Zamara.
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 Bashim Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai. The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Most High Christ. This is what we said in English, the prayer that we sent up for y'all brothers. The anointing prayer is Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right. All right, one courtesy salute to the brothers of Israel. Amadiam Shabbat. Amadiam Barak. Yahweh Shabbat. All right, and one courtesy salute to the sister Sar. Sar means to turn towards the sister. All right. Amadiam Shabbat. Amadiam Barak.
Yahweh Shemar Allah B'Shem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shemar Allah B'Shem Yahushai.
Most High Christ. Yadi Matah dismissed.